When we first started, it was just our regular guns. We were towing in on 9.6 guns because that's what we're used to using for big waves. And then Laird got a board from Brewer. I think it was an 8, I can't remember the length, 8.2 or something. Brewer, narrow with this full concave, just something different than anybody had ever seen. And towed on that with foot straps, and that was like a whole new world. You could let go of the rope and carry your speed, and that changed. That board really changed the designs of tow boards. So the narrow board, the foot straps, that all came together, and then towing in at Jaws, and then just really kind of snowballed from there.
The tow-in board it's a completely different animal. You take the paddling formula out. There's no paddling in the formula. So now you're not stuck with this board that has to float, and through your arms, you have to get it up to a certain speed. That's what we have the rope and the jet ski for. Now the board's strictly about design, it's strictly about speed. Opposite theories.
Probably about 8-9 years ago, we were down in Mexico, and I gone out and I bought 5 of the best boards I could find off the shelf from 5 different shapers. I was like, tow surfing to me was, I could now ride any board I wanted to. So I didn't have to just look at the rack and go, well, I weigh 200 pounds, so I got to have a board that's 7 feet long or 2.5 inches thick. I could look at any board and say, I can ride that board, because with tow surfing, you don't have to paddle. Started surfing on those boards and realizing, just how unbelievable the concept of riding Kelly Slater style or size boards, for the average person. You couldn't experience that, but for a tow surfer, you could experience it the first time you got on the board. You could feel what it's like to lay into a rail and have the rail actually stay in the water and not, want to kind of cavitate on you from having volume. The volume makes it kind of cavitate. As you get into big waves, your speed increases, and it's something that you have to start taking into consideration. As a windsurfer, you learn it quickly. You take a windsurf board with a bad set of fins up to terminal velocity, and that board is going to self-destruct. It's called cavitation. And surfers don't experience it unless they're basically underboarding themselves, meaning you go out on a big, fat, chunky, square-tailed, 20-inch wide fish, and you go out and try to ride 10-foot surf, and you're going to find out what cavitation is. And that's, that board's just going to go poosh right out from under your feet.
The boards are really heavy because of the bump and the speed that we're working with. We often weight our boards to 15 all the way up to 20 pounds. Where typically a surfboard wants to weigh like between 5 and 8 pounds.
What happens out at Pe'ahi a lot of times, most of the time, is it's windy and there's a lot of bumps. And you need a board that can actually throw a bottom turn right through a minefield of bumps. As you're coming down and you're just catching air all over the place. So as soon as you get air and you reconnect with the water, you want your fins and you want your board to just reconnect and immediately get right back into it.
For me, I'm a pretty avid Twinser fan. I think Laird's running thruster setups, but everything, again, is parallel. I think pretty much whether you use 1 fin, 2 fins, 3 fins, 5 fins, in tow surfing, you want everything to be parallel. No canting, no, towing in. It's speed is the essence, and if the board can't handle speed, then you're going to end up in trouble. You'll end up cavitating, and then that's the end of your wave.